Out here, the fences tell stories, and today they're talking back. Before we dive in, tap subscribe and ring the bell. Why? Because every week we expose power plays hiding in plain sight, HOA showdowns, land grab blunders, and the victories the suits never see coming. Join the posse that stands its ground. Generate meli kwayamti, saling for nu and more. It was early morning, the kind where the fog still hugs the fields and the dew clings to the fence line. I was elbow deep fixing a busted water line when I noticed two black and white cruisers making their way down the dirt path. No sirens, no hurry, just that slow, self-important crawl. Balashi Higo Shiza, the Fortune line, they stopped right at my gate. One officer stepped out with a tablet, the other with mirrored sunglasses and that "we're in charge" energy. I wiped my hands, walked over, and waited for them to speak. "You the property owner here?" I nodded. "That's right. You're in violation of HOA fence regulations, height and material, both non-compliant. Generate meli." I stared at them. Quiet for a second, then replied, "I'm not in the damn HOA." Siling Fern, the officers looked confused. One tapped on his screen. 1947, Red Ridge Ranch Road? "Yep," I said. "You're standing on it. But this area is covered under—" "Not this land," I cut in. "Never signed an HOA agreement, never bought into their subdivision. This ranch predates all that nonsense. My name's on the deed, my father's before mine." But they didn't care. They had a clipboard and a report to file, so they did. Handed me a citation and walked off like they'd done their civic duty. Thing is, they didn't just show up on the wrong property, they showed up on my property, using my road.
That road they used?
The one their little HOA patrol truck cruises daily. It cuts through my family's land, acres handed down, documented, and locked in county records. I didn't scream, didn't threaten. I just went inside, made some coffee, and pulled out the land surveys. County records, aerial maps, the works. Next morning, I walked into the local records office and filed a land use revocation. It's a simple form, really. But the consequences? Let's just say their world was about to shrink real fast. Because now, legally, that road, off limits. To them, their patrols, their delivery trucks, even their lawn guys. That evening, I went down to the old patrol gate they had the nerve to install years ago. On my land, without permission, I cut their padlock, added my own, laminated a notice and zip-tied it right to the post. Private road, access revoked, unauthorized entry is trespassing. Then I went home, had dinner, slept like a baby. Saturday morning? Phone lines in their little boardroom must have melted. No one could get packages. Their security couldn't do patrols. One board member tried to bolt-cut my lock at dawn. So I made another call. To the same sheriff's department that came out earlier that week. Sheriff pulled up, took one look at my papers and said, "Well, hell, looks like they walked into a hornet's nest." Turns out his cousin owns cattle upstate. He gets property rights. He stood there, right next to me, when that same HOA board guy showed up shouting, and I'll never forget the moment. The sheriff pointed to the patrol gate, then at the board guy, and said, "You built this on his land. You're the ones trespassing." Then he turned, shook my hand, and said on camera, "This man's not breaking the law. He's upholding it." By Monday, they'd taken the gate down. They slid a cease and desist letter under my fence, claimed I was blocking community access. My lawyer faxed them back a notarized trespass warning, backed by aerial maps and 2 decades of land use history. They tried to call it hostility. I called it clarity. You don't get to build on someone's land, then call foul when they take it back. This wasn't a war. This was a reckoning. I hung a new sign that week. Private road, not maintained by HOA, not under their jurisdiction. And underneath it, respect the land, respect its owner. You see, they thought I was some isolated rancher with no fight in him. But this isn't just a ranch. It's generations of sweat, of sun-scorched mornings and frost-bitten nights. Its boundary lines, hand-marked before their neighborhoods, had streetlights. They came at me with paperwork. I came back with legacy. They sent the law. The law shook my hand. And when the dust settled, the HOA was outside looking in. On land they thought they controlled, but never truly understood. When a curbside conspiracy comes knocking, remember, deeds beat demands. If this showdown fired you up, like, share, and drop a comment below. Tell us your own battles, and let's keep every power grab honest. Until next time, stand tall, ride free, and watch the road you own.